No justice, no peace!
It's raining in El Centro on Saturday as family and friends of Mikey Jimenez gather in the parking lot outside Volcano Asian Restaurant on East Main Street, the place where police officers shot and killed Mikey last month. Mikey's family members share happy memories. His sister Julissa says he played a lot of Fortnite and loved cooking seafood.
My last memory with my son, it was before he went out the door.
Alma Ureña is Mikey's mother. She says he spent a lot of time with his family. On the night Mikey was killed, they were at home in Brawley, watching a movie on Netflix with his baby brother.
We were just right there playing around, tickling each other, just playing around like a family. And maybe like 30 minutes later, he went out the door to go spend time with his friends, and not even an hour later, he died.
Most of what we know about what happened next comes from a highly edited compilation of body camera footage from 2 officers that was put together by the El Centro Police Department. It was Sunday, October 5th. Mikey had ended up in El Centro. He was behind the wheel of a white Hyundai in the parking lot behind the Volcano restaurant. In their video, El Centro Police say their license plate reader surveillance system had flagged the Hyundai as stolen. Here's Deputy Police Chief Renee McNish talking over the video.
Marked police units moved and positioned themselves in the driveway with their red and blue light bar illuminated.
In the edited footage, you can see 2 police cars pull up outside the restaurant. 3 officers block the exit from the parking lot. The white Hyundai comes around the corner and moves towards them. Within seconds, the officers start shooting. Police argue the officers were trying to prevent the car from fleeing. They also say Mikey accelerated towards the exit with 2 officers in his path. McNish again.
In this still frame image from one of the body-worn camera of the officers, you can see that an El Centro Police Department officer is directly in the path of the vehicle.
Mikey's family and their lawyers see the video differently. They argue Mikey was moving to surrender and was already slowing down when police opened fire. They say officers fired 29 shots at the car. Marcus Bursa is one of the family's attorneys.
A 14-year-old in a panicked state had the wherewithal to make the right choice and turn himself in. And doing so meant that the officers had an easier shot. That is the tragic irony of this shooting. The young man made the right choice, and the officers killed him.
The El Centro Police Department did not agree to an interview by KPBS's deadline. Mikey's family is Mexican, making him one of a disproportionate number of Latino people who are seriously injured or killed by police in California. The Imperial County District Attorney's Office is now investigating the shooting and whether to bring criminal charges against the officers. But Mikey's family is calling for a law enforcement agency from outside the Imperial Valley, like the California Attorney General, to do the investigation instead. They say the DA works too closely with police in El Centro to independently investigate the officers' conduct.
It is no secret that all the law enforcement agencies here are not only collaborative partners.
Gilberto Manzanares is an advocate with Valle Imperial Resiste and a former city council member in Calexico, just 11 miles down the road. He says many law enforcement officers have close relationships here.
Because remember, we're a small community. All these people not only work with each other, but they live with each other outside of work. You see them in their own private houses. They invite them to their holiday parties and meet their families.
District Attorney George Marquez says the State Attorney General's office has already declined to take up the case. He says his office hasn't talked about transferring the investigation to another county. Back outside the restaurant, Alma Ureña says her son might have deserved to face some consequences, but she says she doesn't understand the amount of force officers used.
He deserved to maybe get charges put against him or go to juvie or something like that, but he didn't deserve to die. He just didn't. He was 14 years old. He was a little kid.
If the officers don't face criminal charges, Ureña and her attorneys say they're planning to file a civil lawsuit against the city. In El Centro, Kori Suzuki, KPBS News.